Today we have a Polytopia Continents game showing how to win without going on the water. Yetipeaks, a 5-time bullet champion, shows us how to read shorelines and bypass naval combat. Expand fast to snatch villages on the opponent's landmass. Bait the opponent to draw giants away from vulnerable areas. Counter bombers with units on the land, and so much more. Okay, let's watch the replay. Hello, I'm Eastpark. I'm leader of the Arctic Wolves, and with me today is Yetipeaks.
I am Yetipeaks. I am a team member of the Tempest team.
So this is a 1v1 continents map. You are Bardur, and your opponent is Kickoo.
And we'll see how not going for naval is actually the right option for me. Well, first things, I upgraded my capital as usual.
One thing I noticed right away is the shorelines, right? Look at those shorelines. That's a big clue, right?
I can simply walk on this tile, and on this turn I was like, let's hope it's not a mountain, because if it's a mountain, I have to keep climbing. And
look!
It is indeed a mountain.
It is a mountain.
And this is pretty bad, because usually on turn 2 you want to step on your first village, and it's turn 2 and I haven't gotten my very first village. But I can see from here, I started score counting, I can see that my opponent is only 600, 700 points, so it doesn't have a village either. So, and look at this, like I still see no villages after moving these 2 warriors on these 2 tiles.
Like, where are my villages? We have a video on map generation that explains why this village placement can happen on continents map. So I'll put a link to that video in the description.
Okay. And here I see my very first one in another continent. So this is great, because this is one more city that I get. And here I can see at the end of turn 4 that my opponent still didn't capture a city.
I see you took Org. Talk me through that.
Org allows me to upgrade my capital, to upgrade this city, and maybe this city, because I see that there is a fruit and 3 tiles that I can see. And I hoped that in one of these 3 tiles there were or an animal or a fruit, so I can upgrade all 3 of my new cities. And decided to not take another warrior to go for the lighthouse.
Yeah, you don't need the lighthouse yet, because another population isn't really going to help you.
Exactly, and I don't need to take the lighthouse right now. I can wait, like it's not going anywhere. And here I went for a workshop, I think, yes, because it's on my continent, while here it's on another continent, so I took an explorer. And so and I can see my opponent now. In this moment, I knew that he kind of had only these 2 cities and his capital. And so I had room to go on and take this village. And here there is a chance for another village to spawn. So maybe even this one.
So interesting, Kickoo gets in the ocean because Kickoo starts with fishing, so they can place a port. But your goal is to get that village in the north. Those are what we call contested villages. You want to get there before your opponent.
Exactly. And this is the reason why on this turn I got riding. I upgraded this city and got 2 riders. Here I see that my opponent, he has this raft, and he went on this tile.
How do you know they went on that tile?
You tap on it, and when it goes back, you can see where it went in the fog. And so since I had vision on it, at the start of this turn, I simply tapped it, and I saw that it went right here. And so I went straight into roads. And so it was perfectly in my mind to go on and take this skill right here. And I actually found 2 ruins, this one where I instantly jump on, and this one where my opponent jumped on. So doing this little trick actually allowed me to knock off my opponent of this ruin, and probably he's never going to take this back. And here I can see that my opponent already is failing. I mean, classic Kickoo.
They killed that warrior that was on the ruin, but you get the one that your 5 hit point rider was on. What did you get from that ruin?
Farming. There is a farm over here, and with 3 fruit I can get a level 3.
Yeah, but it's not the best ruin. Not the best ruin.
And here I trained more riders. I think I did a misclick over here.
Was this a live game?
Yeah, this was a live game.
So you had to play fast. You had to play fast, yeah.
Yeah. And I accidentally placed a road over here. You have no idea why. I think
it's a mistake.
An accident. Yes.
But you're going to get that village in the north.
So I went for this village. I trained the rider on turn 7, so that on turn 9 I'm onto the village. And another thing that I knew is that this is the first warrior coming out from this city, because he captured the city on turn 7, and I already know that. And so, or he's training another warrior to go for this city, or I can simply grab this city and probably going to take even this other city, because I have riding while my opponent doesn't.
Yeah. You can cover more ground with your riders and get there faster.
Exactly. Here I could have actually moved differently to knock him off the ruin, now that I think of it. Like putting my rider on this forest and my warrior over here. And I could have actually taken the ruin, but well, guess that was a misplay. Here I grab more vision, I knock him off the ruin. And like I keep on training riders because I want to grab my continent before my opponent gets it. And as you can see now, my opponent has actually gotten this village. So here I planned to grab it on the next turn. I can see now that these are the only 3 troops that can actually hit the warrior.
Yeah.
And I place this road so that my warrior moves in faster.
Yeah.
Than if I moved it here, I need 2 roads next turn to bring him in. And I move this rider over here. Next turn I can place a road, and a 3rd road, and I get the siege.
Nice.
And as usual, I kick him off the ruin. Jump onto this village and hope that I can keep it. And here I went for 2 more warriors to... this warrior is needed to kick him off this ruin, and this warrior to protect this newly taken city.
Yep, he keeps doing it. This is so funny. This is like, I don't know, the 5th or 6th time that Kickoo puts a warrior on that ruin and you just knock him off.
Yeah, and this is actually better for me because I can get veterans. So as we can see, I get this kill. I go for the ruin because I know that it's completely safe.
Yeah.
And I go for this upgrade that it's completely free. And...
So last turn, you could have gotten some city upgrades. Like that one, you could have gotten like another workshop in the south or something. But you chose to get more units. Can you talk about like that balance between economy versus getting more army? Okay,
I truly need economy, but I have to fight. Like I have to fight for this ruin. I have to now fight for this other ruin. I have to fight whatever is over here, because I can see now, like here I counted, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. While in my continent, and in my opponent continent, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is capital. And so I know that somewhere around here, there is going to be another city. And I want to fight for that city too. And at this point, even if I am down in giants, maybe, or in eco, it's not going to be a very big problem because I can develop way faster than my opponent.
Oh, you're going for a giant now? What's happening in your capital?
I got a pop ruin from here.
Ooh, a pop
and
ruin.
It was very lucky. On this turn, I decided to take a border growth because without a border growth, I think I need 1, 2, 3, 4 roads. I need 12 stars. While with a border growth, I need the same amount of stars to pop my very first giant, but in the future I can get even more giants.
Oh no, you got an explorer. Why did you get an explorer? You don't have fishing. What was that about?
This explorer actually wanted it to go this way. I didn't count the tile like this. This fog tile is 1, 2 away from this city, while this fog tile is 1, 2, 3 away. And so I thought the explorer would go in this direction and explore what was over here. And to be honest, now that I see this, it was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It would have been way better to simply take a workshop and that 1 more stars per turn. Yeah, here we got the kill on my rider, but I mean that rider did his job. And here I see the first giant, but my opponent had a Park of Fortune.
I see that giant. There's got to be another giant. There's got to be another one in the fog.
And here I went for this siege. So I placed one road over here.
Okay.
So this rider can go 1, 2, 3 tiles.
Okay.
And so went for the siege. And I actually sacrificed that warrior.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better to kill with the warrior because then the warrior has more defense to, yeah.
Yes, exactly. I mean, and if he wants to kill with the giant, he's welcome to do that.
Yes.
Because I don't want the giant to go over here.
Yes. You would prefer for that giant to go north and kill your warrior than to get in a boat and be a juggernaut.
Exactly. And here, as usual, I keep off the road.
Okay, I have lost count of how many times that Kickoo has dropped a warrior on that ruin.
Yeah, someone might say too many.
Do you have a killer yet? Do you have the killer monument?
Yes, I have the killer monument. And I actually got a star ruin from this ruin down here.
Oh, nice.
And so I can finally get my very first giant with roads. I both roads on turn 8. And this very city that I connected to my capital was on turn 14. So like 6 turns later, I used roads to connect my cities. I start connecting now because I know that I am going to get the giant. I get this upgrade.
No, that totally makes sense. I mean, you were using roads tactically. You were using roads to move through the forest to get range to attack. You were not using the roads for population until now. Yeah, turn 14.
Exactly. And now I get the giant and I have 2 monuments and I forgot to use them. I should have probably used them over here.
You are not the first player playing a live game to forget to use their monument.
And here it happens exactly what I wanted. So my opponent goes for goes for his kill.
The giant went north. You're like, good. Go north. It's easier to deal with up there. Go over there.
And he actually managed to pop one more giant over here with the Gate of Power.
You know what? Kickoo remembered that they had a monument.
Yes. And they jump even on this ruin, and I don't want them to get that ruin either.
Yep.
And so I moved up with my riders and my warrior. And here, like the previous turn, I killed with a warrior, the warrior that was over here. But now I want to start stacking up kills on my riders.
Okay.
And I know that this giant is going in one of these 3 tiles. So if I place my 10 HP warrior over here, he's going to kill it and move forward. So now I simply kill with my rider so that he can jump back and go back to safety.
Yeah, you want to stack kills. You want to get a veteran.
Yes, exactly that. And here I have no idea. No, I didn't kill this guy, and now I finally popped the giant.
Now you remember. You know, you probably saw the Kickoo monument, and you're like, oh yeah, monuments. I have some of those too. I should use it.
Yeah.
It's funny. You still have 2 separate continents that are not connected. You didn't place a bridge. You can't put a road through a mountain. They're separate. It's really interesting. They have that river going. We call that a river when you have 1 tile of water separating the continents.
And now I see my opponent placing a giant on the ruin.
Oh,
and
no!
I'm like, oh, he's gonna get it.
You know what? Kickoo is like, I am fed up. Damn it. I want that ruin. You are not. You have knocked me off this ruin 10 times. Now I'm gonna keep it.
That's exactly what he's gonna do. And another thing is, I can see this.
A bomber. That's
it's not fun to see a bomb.
A bomber in range. Any unit you put in that city Grubu is gonna die to the bomber.
That was exactly what he did. Like he upgraded this Raft to and he killed even my rider that was here. I thought it was safe, but it wasn't. And now I have the same problem even with this city. I can't train anything, or he will put 2 bombers and kill even the troops that are in the back.
That's right. The Raft as a threat of a bomber is just as bad as a bomber.
Yeah, I mean, it's even worse, I think.
Yeah, it could become a bomber, but they haven't spent the stars. But you still have to take it seriously that it could be a bomber. You have to go in and kill it.
And yeah, here as usual, I came off the ruin. I managed to kill this scout. And here I go for archers. The reason for archers are these 2 giants. I want to take them out with my own archers. And the other reason is because I can see rammers.
Yeah.
And I am not going to deal with rammers with riders.
No.
And the other thing is bombers. Like, in the moment that I get 1 archer, like on this tile,
you can rotate
the archer
close.
Can go 1, 2, 3, and hit the bomber. And here I pick up some other kill. And here I go for a siege.
Oh.
I know that it's not gonna hold, so he's forced to go back with his giant and kill it. But he'll lose 1 turn in this way. 1 turn that I have to build more archers.
Yeah. No, you knew it couldn't hold, but it forces him to send the giant back. Absolutely.
Yes. And here I think I did a huge misplay. I trained a warrior and moved my giant up.
Uh-oh.
And he made it as expected.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we were just talking about that. Or any of those rafts could become a bomber. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's going to be a very big problem if I don't deal with them like right now. Here I go for this kill with the rider because it can go back to safety. I smack this raft so that my opponent can't train a full HP bomber from there. And I shuffle my riders over here to kick him off the ruin. And now I put this archer over here because the first thing that I want to do with my archer is to kick him off this ruin. While now I have an archer. So the archer moves up, shoot, and doesn't get any retaliation damage.
So you're anticipating Kickoo's going to move onto that ruin again. Your archer will be ready. But you don't have an archer ready in position to attack that bomber. Not yet. You're going to do that later?
Yeah, not yet. I don't need that now. And here I have these troops, and I moved it like this so that I am threatening a siege on this city. Like, if he step off with the giant, I ain't gonna siege it. Because I have 2 archers, and this rider and this warrior. You simply heal that.
Those bombers. Oh, dear. So you're moving your archers up. There you did. You got the siege like you were planning. And is that also going to force the giant to go backwards again?
In this case, no. It won't because he has 2 warriors over here.
That's true. He can unsiege with the 2 warriors. Got it.
I simply wanted to deny him 6 stars.
Yes.
Like, I spent... No, I think it's 5. Yeah, it's 5 stars. Yes. I spent 2 stars and he actually spent 7 because I even killed the warrior that was over there.
Yep.
I had a warrior and I killed it to free up us some space. And
because that city was pop capped. You couldn't train an additional archer because it was full. So you wanted to kill that warrior anyways.
Yes. And I think this turn I went for fishing, yes.
Oh.
And now I finally get fishing for the connection. Like, I don't need fishing in this moment. I simply want fishing to connect all these 3 cities and get some more upgrades. And I can even get a giant on my capital, like 1 more. Like, for the 2nd time in a row, I connected the cities only to get a giant.
Yeah.
And
but we talked about this before. You probably could have done it with a bridge for less. But then I guess you get the fish in the city down there, and that gives you more population. So the fish is helpful.
Yes, but, well, not necessary, I think.
Yeah.
And over here, I am getting fishing, and as you can see, I only need 1 more pop over here. Yep. And the idea is to pop a giant over here next turn. I press the port down, and this warrior will go onto the port, and I start to have some naval presence in this area.
So you're going to put a port down there because it's safe and you can finally get your own navy. Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, here we got a bomber and he shoot my archer. And as usually, knocked me off this ruin.
There you go. Now you can move the archer up and knock down that bomber. Very nice.
Yes. I killed it instantly.
Yeah.
Even with the rider, because putting it in range.
And there's the port.
And
very nice. Port.
I can shoot this giant with my archers.
I have a question about that warrior that went into the raft. The giant pushed it southeast. Did it come from that direction? Because usually it's pushed towards the middle of the map.
And then when I moved the very first warrior on the mountain, this warrior went onto the city to protect from any siege. And so for pushing rules, it should have went over here, but then it goes counterclockwise, but it's nothing, so clockwise, so counterclockwise.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
I almost killed this giant. Like 13 HP is not going to do anything against an army of archers. And so this threat is gone. And in the very moment that this is gone, his bombers are going to be in danger. Because I can train a rider or an archer, and these are in range, are in range of my troops. And the last place where I need to send a final blow is up here. I can see from here that he has 315 points. So he needs only 3 population, and he's going to get a giant over there. So with a sawmill, this is a level 4 sawmill.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 4 population, so I have to block this tile and siege at the same time.
Oh, so you anticipated that Kickoo could easily pop a giant there. You know, but if you block that tile, they can't get the population to get a new giant. Oh, got it.
Yes, but the other problem is that if I siege with a rider, but with this bomber and this warrior, and he will unsiege.
And the bomber is in range, so if you put a unit there, that bomber can do and splash damage from the bomber. Oh.
If I kill with the giant, this rider can't get over here. Like, I can't block this tile if I kill with the giant. And so I came out with this plan. So I shoot the giant a bunch of times, and then I hit twice with these 2 archers, and killed this warrior in the back, just to make sure that everything worked out. And I moved in with the rider. And as I already said, if he has a rider over here, he can easily kick me off with the bomber, and even he could splash my giant. And so I step off with the rider and siege with the giant.
Yes, because you have the escape. So you bounce the rider to that spot where you want to block the sawmill, and you move the giant to be the sieging unit. Very cool. And then Kickoo resigned. That's it.
Yeah, on this turn, they tried to unsiege, but the splash damage wasn't enough to kill the rider.
All right. Well, thank you very much for talking me through this, Yeti. It was really good.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching. If you want to compete in our league and play Polytopia with us, join our Discord. A link to the Discord server is in the description. Take care. See you on the next one.